When you look at somebody with emphysema, a lot of times people don't know what emphysema is. When you look at the structure of the lung, large bronchioles, the small bronchioles, and the little alveoli at the bottom. Little sacs, kind of like the leaves of a tree. And what happens in emphysema is they become more overinflated, like overinflated balloons. And the alveoli, the membrane, is supposed to be a tight little ball. When it becomes overinflated, it's floppy. So when that membrane is floppy, oxygen can't go through and CO2 can't get out because it gets caught in those little folds. What happens in a COPD patient is they trap air, but the air that they're trapping is not oxygen, it's CO2. And so they can't get that CO2 out. With sleep apnea, they do more air trapping, and so they build up more CO2 over at night. So for some patient with COPD, that air trapping is more dangerous because it makes you very tired, very sleepy, and eventually it could be serious. What that CPAP does is it adds a little back pressure on that balloon and blows it up, tightening that membrane, allowing oxygen to go through and allowing that CO2 to escape. So it improves their oxygenation, and actually it's the one tool I have to offer COPD patients that might offer improvement. The sleep apnea, if you're doing a lot of snoring, it causes extra trauma at the back of the throat, which causes it to swell, which causes you to have sleep apnea worse. But all that vibration also causes extra mucus production, which goes down in the lungs and causes inflammation. That affects us even during the day, not just at night. CO2 can cause vasorestriction, sometimes with patients that have hypertension. If you have resistant hypertension, then frequently it may be related to obstructive sleep apnea. Some patients that have hypertension, it might be good to go ahead and do a sleep study on them to see if it's actually sleep apnea rather than just hypertension. If you have sleep apnea, it causes you to be more fatigued. The more fatigued you are, the more cortisol you release. And because you have more cortisol, it causes the blood sugars to be higher.